Hey, Jeff.
Hello, nice to see you.
You
Just
can hit
the view.
the view. If you take yourself off speaker view and you put it on gallery, you should
Are you on a laptop or a phone?
I'm actually on an iPad.
Okay.
So you should be able to see gallery. I'm not sure.
It has this thing that says gallery view, I think.
Yeah, hold on. I've got it.
See?
There we are. I can see
here we are.
Wait, Gina, what? Let me see your nails.
Oh my
God.
Wow.
Those are so cool.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I have a really great nail artist. She is.
That's for sure.
I've got little stones. They look like moonstones.
So pretty.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. That's
Okay,
good.
so my friends, we have 5 people waiting. Should we let them in, or we need to chat with Gina?
Should we wait a little bit?
It's up to you.
Yeah, just anything that you need me to, anything you need me to know prior to.
We're just going to sort of have a casual chat. Monty's going to talk about the eclipse, and then we want you to tell people about your books and what you do and how you do it, and then we'll start taking questions. We have some regulars and we have some new people.
Awesome.
And we had Jeffrey told us we had 35 people extra sign up
Since
this week.
Yeah.
Because of you, we believe.
We think.
We believe.
Your power is here, so it's good.
Hey Gina, can I mention Chris, or is that better not to?
Yeah, no, that's fine. We can. Let me grab some water. I'll be right back.
What did she say?
She said that's
You said yes, you can, and she's going to grab some water.
As soon as you mention a publisher, it's like people go crazy, you know.
I know.
I don't want them to get.
Okay, yeah, that's exciting. Then I was afraid like I didn't have enough time, to promote. That's always my biggest thing. So
if you could do what you did for all of our shows, we'd be in heaven. So it's great.
Well, good.
I will definitely.
Can you hear her?
Start posting. Yeah. That's great.
Maybe Amy, is the wire out?
I can't hear her.
You can't hear. Can you hear anything?
We hear
Answer
both of
me,
you
please.
fine.
Can you hear anyone?
I heard Laura. Let me just.
Because my voice is so loud. The world.
Harry, Mocha.
You don't even need the microphone.
Right, exactly.
Mocha is snoring loudly in here.
Squeezed out.
You can hear Gina? I can make it louder,
Gina.
You need me to say something? I
hear you.
Throw my voice pretty well. Even though
you did a good job.
I'm so shy and quiet, So if you need me to yell, I can do that.
No, that's good.
All right, cool.
Hey, Gina, we're in Atlantis. Amy and I are going to do our thing.
Oh. Well, I started to be, have the golden tower in Toledo, Spain behind me, but I thought, it's so disturbing. I can't. It's distracting. So
you can do it if you want.
Where are you based, Gina?
I'm actually in Pennsylvania.
Where?
I'm in Lancaster.
Amy's a Pennsylvania girl. That's where she grew up.
Oh,
my kids are in Philly.
I'm a transplant. I'm a twice transplant. I'm originally from New Orleans. I lived in Texas up until I moved here, 2 years ago? And so, but I've lived in the great state of Texas for forever. So it's a big change.
Oh my goodness.
Anywhere I have people that were 20 minutes from me, but I didn't get to see them until I went to New York or Egypt or something crazy. So I have people all over. So any visit for family or whatever is a flight for me. So
these better.
Is it rural where you are?
We are in Amish country. So, but
nice.
No, this is pretty suburban as it gets, I guess, for this area. So, it's it's like we're on the kind of like the outer skirts of Amish country. So, but I'm in between Philly and Pittsburgh.
Okay.
By the way,
so you have access to cities and country.
Oh yeah.
I think Pennsylvania is a beautiful state.
It is.
It's surprisingly gorgeous. And, people always say, the weather, because it's snowing right now.
Yeah.
Ask me the differences between Texas and why would I move to the cold? I'm like, you understand, Dallas has the same exact weather. It does snow, But we have the exact same temperatures, and it's actually more humid here in the summer. So summer here is actually not my favorite. I'm not accustomed to the humidity anymore. So it gets very humid here. And I'm like, oh my God, it's sweltering. So
doesn't Louisiana get humid?
yes, and I'm not acclimated to it anymore because I haven't lived there for so long.
We've been there in the summer. We've been to New Orleans in the summer, and
it's hot in the summer.
It's hot. Yeah.
No, you don't go to New Orleans between about October through January. You can go to New Orleans. Outside of that, you can't get me there.
We have now 10 people waiting outside, including.
Okay.
Maybe we'll let them in.
Yeah.
Lauren, I can't hear you, but if you let them in, please.
Harry's letting them in.
All right. Open the door.
Here they come.
Oh my
Look at
God.
that.
Hey,
Look at all
everybody.
these people. Yeah.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome back.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Ron. Hi.
Hey, Ron and Jacqueline.
Hey, Bernie.
Oh my
Hi.
God.
Two Bernie.
Good morning.
Ina. We
Or
got
afternoon.
Bernie, and we have, Melinda's coming in, and Esther. Hey,
Hi,
Esther.
Melinda.
Ooh, look what you
Where's
got.
Esther? I don't see her.
She's not
Hey,
physically here.
Lacey.
It's her couch.
Hey, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
Right now, you can all unmute yourselves if you want to say hi.
Yeah,
Good
really.
morning.
We have a few
Good morning.
minutes.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Hey,
Hey,
Michelle.
Melinda. Your
Hi,
question's
how are you?
first today because we missed you last week. So you put your question in. And you
the
are
best,
number
Lauren.
one.
Thank you. I
You are
did say
welcome.
that it was okay, but thank you.
You did, but then I realized I went to everybody but you, and I felt terrible. So I
You're so
apologize.
good. Oh my God. Okay. That's
Hey,
sweet.
Melinda, I saw those mincemeat pies you were making. Oh my God, did that take like 4 days?
Yes, it actually did because it's a traditional recipe. Bernie's, parents came from England and Ireland, so they were something that they made every year. So he said, well, let's do it. We've got the time. And you have to, first of all, we had to candy some fruit peels and they have to dry for 2 days.
Those are good though.
They're very good. And the zest is
Zesty.
so
Yours are
delicious.
yours.
Is that Smoky?
That is probably Buddy, but Smokey will be around. I know Smokey is getting so big and she's so cute. Then the mincemeat itself you cook it and it has real meat in it. And then it goes in the refrigerator for 2 days so that all the flavors blend. And it was a real project buying all the stuff that goes into this.
Hey,
I
Gina.
don't think I even ever had mincemeat pie. Well, that's why it's such a
Probably
project.
much to your benefit because it has a lot of stuff in it that's not that healthy.
I forgot to tell you, Gina, it's actually Ask the Oracles is a cooking show.
Oh, well, that's okay. Well, I've got
Hey,
some.
Jewel. Marty.
I can handle that.
Hey,
I'm not a baker though, but anything else.
Me either.
I can-
Yeah.
Me too. I'm not.
Hey,
also.
Irina.
hi. How are you?
Oh, hi, Irina. Hey, so Michelle, you know Gina. You guys,
Yeah, I love her.
course.
Yes. Yes, she's awesome.
Oh, I miss you, Michelle.
I miss you too.
Dallas is in the house.
Dallas is very much
Ooh.
house, right? I
Yeah.
can get my twang on now, so since I've got some Southern in the house here.
Hey, Esther, I love the logo.
where's Esther? Esther, we
Unmute
found out
yourself,
you
Lovey.
did all that design work. It looks so cool.
For pulveredu.
But you are muted.
But you're
You
muted.
gotta unmute yourself, love.
Unmute.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's funny because I'm thinking I don't have a logo on my image. Like literally in my head, I'm like, I just see my name, and then I'm thinking, what's around me? That was funny.
Look,
There you go.
I have it.
Wow.
Thank
We
you.
got a logo. Wait. I'll show you.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, wow. You
sounds
fell
good.
right into it too. Wow.
Enchanted. Purple.
But of course,
That's Jeff's
in
color.
this show, we
Yes.
love when we see everybody's face because it makes it so much more fun
Yes,
and
it
easier
does.
for our oracles to do their thing. You're a little unfocused there, Harris.
Hey, Nancy. God, this is
Hi,
great.
Nancy.
It's gonna be a good show.
Is that how you pronounce your name? How do you pronounce your name? Unmute.
Okay, hi.
Hi,
It's Saima.
Saima.
Simon.
Yeah.
Simon, we know you from the Reader Studio.
Yes. I was very blessed to have met you guys in person. I've been following you for guess decade plus, more than decade.
I wondered who that
I've
was
always-
following us.
Yeah,
Call it
I hope it's not
stalking.
stalkerish. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know Gina, our special guest today?
Yes, I attended. Hi, Tina. I attended your ancient Egyptian workshop. No, I didn't. Sorry. No, I didn't. I meant to know.
There are two Ginas.
Right.
At Reader's
Yes.
And everyone
But
gets
I
us
had
confused.
But I had lunch with you with Monica.
With Monica Bordinsky.
Yeah, that was me. Hi.
Come back to me. Because I always say, people talk to me about all kinds of wonderful things. And I said, yeah, well, that's Gina Jean or Gina Jean, who's also.
I apologize, but I do have
No,
your book.
it's okay. I always make sure, because people have these long conversations with me, and at the end of it, we discover that. So one year. At Reader Studio one year, I made us t-shirts, and it was on there. It said, "I'm the other Gina," and it really confused people because
I think I saw that shirt.
Yeah.
Well, I have your book. I have your book. Is it Tarot Coupling? I have that book. It's an amazing book.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There it is. Yes, that's it. That's what I have.
There it is. Yeah. There it is. So that, and of course my deck. So I guess we'll be talking about that. So when you guys are ready to begin, this is like a party, and
we're ready.
It's tribe and community, and I've met so many wonderful, wonderful people over the years. I tell you, I tell people that the intuitive arts, the tarot, or whatever tools I've used, I've developed relationships with people that have lasted, I may as well say a lifetime, because people are really think about, I want to find my tribe, I want to do this, and it has afforded so many things in terms of travel, places I've gone to, opportunities, developing my voice as a professional, as a writer. And it's like that. If you're seeking validation, it's wonderful, right? It's tough. I've managed not to get into too many disputes or try to kill anybody or anything like that.
That's because you're not an astrologer.
There's so much, like, I don't understand why it gets to be the way it is, but I managed to, I'm very much a hermit. My birth card's a moon hermit. So if you don't see a lot of activity for me, I pay attention, but it takes a lot of energy for me as an introvert to put myself out there. I get drained. And most of the time I'm working. So I'm much more interested in helping the clients that there's so many people out there that need assistance and rely on what we do. So I like to kind of put my energy into that, in developing material and thinking about this stuff a lot. So it's awesome. So thank you. I'm so happy for all the energy of everybody that's participating here today. So this is going to be great.
It is.
All right.
So I'm with you. I'm an extroverted introvert. Well, you must be an extroverted introvert because we look kind of flamboyant, but we're actually
right. Well, it's called compensate. We're compensating. We're introverts, but we're compensating introverts, which means we can be out there. It really appears that we're like, but we can only do that at a certain burst, and then we got to go back, right?
Exactly.
So,
did the show start yet?
No,
no,
I'm waiting
really,
to officially start.
because it's been awesome. This is the beginning of.
We should start.
Here's the thing.
Gina, remember what you said, because you got to say it again.
It's okay, because we have it on.
I'm sure she got a lot to say.
Like when I'm in a reading, people go, "So, can you repeat that?" I'm like,
we gotta start this.
Here's the scoop. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute everybody. So everybody's going to go on mute. When you have a question that is asked from the chat, because the only place you can put your question is in the public chat, we will unmute you. So in case the oracles need some extra information, they'll have it from you directly. The request of the oracles is to keep your video on as much as possible, because it makes a huge difference in getting to know you and the interactions. If you're working and you can't have it on until your question is asked, I understand, but please do the best you can. And with that, Harry's going to mute everybody. Jeffrey, do you have something to say before that, or you're good?
No, I'm ready to start. So as soon as
Good.
I get
So you're going to
unmuted.
get muted. And
Hi, it's Jeff Pulver, and welcome to Ask the Oracles. I'm grateful to have the opportunity every Monday to bring it to you live, together with my friends Monty and Amy. And today we have a very special guest. For those of you who are watching or listening for the very first time, just a reminder, please put in the questions into the chat, and be aware that we do not answer questions about politics or health. So please refrain from asking questions about politics or health in the chat. And we are going to be answering as many questions as possible. Usually we get through everything. But before we kick off the questions, I'm going to hand this over to Monty and Amy and say, hi, how you doing? And how are things?
Hi,
Today's a kind of
Jeff. Hi,
special day.
everybody.
We're-
And thanks for joining us.
We're really excited because we have Gina Thies joining us today.
Hello. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm really
Oh my God, an amazing
super
author
excited
and tarot
here.
reader. Has her own deck.
This is one of Gina's books. It's called Tarot Coupling. And
Resources and resolutions for relationship readings.
I like the
Ooh.
subtitle. Do you find
Yeah.
do you find people, I mean, Gina, you also designed your own deck. You wrote it and did the artwork, and I can relate to that. Guys, when you get a reading from someone who designed their own deck, it's really, really special.
It is.
Yes. That is such a journey and process to do, as you understand, Amy, a deck. I have my background and degree is in fashion illustration. I don't know if we've ever shared that.
Yeah, you told me that, which I could relate to.
Yes. So, but I went a whole different direction and did more of your graphic design, desktop publishing work than that. As when I entered, I got into printing, the industry, and typesetting and design, and so using art for me became much more. It's like I never picked up a pencil, paintbrush, anything like that since I had graduated, and so painting this deck by like the old fashioned, I used water mixable oils, and I built it from sketch, right, to the acrylic undercoat, all the way up to just working with the oils. So it was such a process, and I knew in no other way when I started. I didn't even think I would be able to finish. I was like playing around. It's like, I'm not gonna even buy that many art supplies because it may not get done, but here's mine. And it was a complete download as well as a cathartic process for me. So in doing that, I kept working and did it in record time. People are quite amazed at the amount of time it took me to paint those 78 images.
They're very beautiful.
Tarot d'Amours is what it's called. And that started because every time, in terms of trying to do some research around tarot, and not so much playing cards, but just tarot, I kept hitting up against the Saracens or the Moors or this Moorish this and that. And I was like, who are these people? And just became thoroughly immersed myself and fascinated, and knew that this deck had to happen some sort of way. But I started out doing this mostly for me. And as I pitched the idea and got into the research of the origins of tarot, it became much evident that it was time to bring in some diversity into tarot, and to have a deck that reached into the origins of the cards. It's funny looking at what the suits came from, and having on record that the cards were based on designs from a Saracenic based card. This is from the Saracens, which is what they called Middle Eastern people back in the day, I should say. And so that was really interesting to me. So I wanted to tell a story, even though it has elements of the tarot origins, which land in Italy. It's much deeper and more expansive than what we tend to have. So that's kind of what my mission was with this deck.
Well, you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Let's
I
put it to you.
remember looking through them one by one at the tarot, the Reader's Studio, and they're very beautifully done. But the wonderful thing is you also learn something about history.
Yeah.
When you get your deck, and as you do readings today, I'm sure people will be able to see what they look like and feel like.
Maybe you want to teach a course at one of Jeffrey's classes, because Jeffrey's been doing this amazing. Tell us about how the classes are going, Jeff.
We had the first week of school last week. It's been actually amazing. Pulver EDU is I originally was looking at it as a redo of pulver.com, so I was calling it Pulver Redo, and that's how the logo goes, and it's really true. What we've put together is a global community school where the people who are passionate subject matter experts are teaching people from all over the world. Every class is an hour, and we run school. I think we take 5 hours a day off. So we don't do anything East Coast time between 11 p.m. and 4 in the morning. Otherwise, we're open to scheduling school almost anywhere, and we have a very diverse body of work in terms of what is being taught. Tomorrow, for example, I'm giving my own very first class at school. I'm teaching how not to pitch your early stage startup. It is. Right. I've been grateful for learning and being an investor for 20 plus years. And I've literally met several thousand startups in my journey of investing in over 400. And so I'm sharing tips on what not to do. And that's just one example. Our friend Simon Kirk tomorrow at 4:00 East Coast time is doing a songwriting workshop.
Wow.
That's so cool.
It's pretty rare that you have actually an arena rock legend, someone who's a co-founder of Free and Bad Company, making themselves available to teach how to write songs. It's a type of thing that at a charity auction I would bid a lot more than $20 to be in that class. Of course. And so we are unbounded in terms of who can teach and what we can learn and what we can share. And so in my own approach, it's like this. There are 168 hours in a week. On average, there are 722 hours in a month. So, do you find yourself with an hour in a month to either share something new and perhaps inspire somebody, or be inspired yourself by taking a class? So
they're all live, right?
Every class is live and interactive, and that's the biggest difference between us and everyone else. I will just mention in passing that the former president of Learning Annex reached out to me on Friday, and I found it fascinating because the place where we disagreed and we agreed to disagree is that she shared with me that their big thing was launching Masterclass. That was like a premium edition of Learning Annex. However, that was my biggest frustration with YouTube, and why I launched the platform is that I like having live interactive classes. If I'm on YouTube learning something, which is wonderful, if I have a question, there's like good luck getting it answered, because most of the time there's a big gap between the time something was posted and my ability to follow up with a question. And so I appreciate the need for on-demand learning. There's lots of places you can do it, but in our school, it's really about the people, and it's about the interaction between those who know and those who want to ask questions. So that's the difference. And
we have Michelle in the house from Soultopia. They're hosting me in a 12-week astrology class, and it's being recorded. I know what you mean about live, but we do it live to maybe 30 people, and then it gets recorded, because astrology, you really need 12 weeks just to get to the basics of reading a chart.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can't do it in an hour. I mean, I could talk about one planet for an hour.
One planet, maybe one card. You need 78 days.
No, right, Gina? I mean, you could talk about the High Priestess for an hour, easy, right, Gina?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's so many different aspects. When I've written about these cards, just looking at it from, when I teach people how to read or talk about how to understand a card, it's like, look, it's not just what you know and somebody hands you meanings in the book. You have to sit with a card, right? My mentor taught me to sit with a card for at least 3 days. Have it out, look at it every day. It's going to speak to you. So not only would you want to look at, there's the esoteric side of it, right? There's the Kabbalistic side of it. There's mythology that's involved in it. So understanding these different aspects take time. And you have to become a student of tarot to understand what the cards mean, not to you. it's like, I'm not going to be able to explain to a student, you know, what temperance means. I mean, people love temperance, right? Oh, the angel. I'm like, in my experience, that's something heavy duty going on in your life, not typically pleasant, right?
That's
So
the hardest card in
we
the
light
deck.
up when we see temperance card, I kind of go, oh boy, you know.
Yeah, because it's all about patience.
Especially now,
or
yeah.
you may feel like it's just impossible to get anything done, or you've been through a really hell of a time. And so, because what's represented there is living in these two worlds, right? Heaven and hell, essentially. So you have to kind of go in between. You're the in between, right? That was the messenger, the Iris, the goddess Iris. That was her job, to go between heaven and hell. So I guess that's a fun job if you want it. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Sure.
That's the entry level job for FedEx.
Yeah, it's like, oh boy.
All right,
But today's a special day because it's a new moon and it's an eclipse.
Right. Yeah.
So Monty is going to tell us something. I'm going to share a little ritual
happening on this day. It really, really is.
Now, if you put your camera or whatever, your screen on speaker view, you'll see this big. But right over here,
this is the chart for today.
This is where the planets are right now, and this big pizza pie is what an astrology chart looks like. The horizontal line is the horizon. This is below the Earth. This is above the Earth. And you see the sun, which is the dot in the center of the circle, and the moon are right next to each other, and they're near this little headphones thing, which is the south node. So that's an eclipse, and eclipses represent reversals. They represent things coming out of the blue and changing up. They represent things that were hidden become revealed, and things that were revealed become hidden.
It's all in Sagittarius.
Right, and it's right next to the galactic center. The galactic center is this degree right here where the moon is right now. That's where the really, 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 really big black hole in the center of the Milky Way that Jeffrey photographs all the time.
Yes.
So you and the Milky Way are on first name basis.
Well, I think that a lot of the symbolism, Jeffrey, you're always talking about looking up because you photograph the skies and the galaxies. I think kind of the symbolism of this eclipse is to think bigger, the Sagittarius influence, and to look up, be more open, be more philosophical about what's going on, because we've all been challenged and limited and see a lot of difficulties all around us, you know, let alone all the things that we're challenged to deal with. So I think the positive way to deal with it is to become more philosophical and open and more all embracing.
And Sagittarius is all about natural healing, natural health.
Yeah.
So I think
so important.
One of the things that might reverse, even though right now they're starting to do the vaccines, is I hope that they'll start addressing everybody boosting their immune system through eating correctly and supplements and exercise and all the other things, because that's just as important as anything else.
I mean, well, a lot of us do that on our own, but it would be nice to have it reinforced as much as they're telling you to wash your hands.
Right. Like I've been eating right since I'm 16 years old, and I'm 70 now, and I'm healthy. You know, I go to the doctor and like, fill in all the medicines you take. I say, well, I don't take any medicines. So
that's very Sagittarius, right? Natural healing.
Natural healing. So and in case anybody's wondering why everything is so crazy right now, not crazy, sorry, Marty. Marty doesn't like it when I say crazy. Why everything is so challenging right now. It's Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. That's over here.
That's a big event.
Yes,
astrologically.
Yes, and Saturn and Jupiter are going to be conjunct on the 21st, which is when the sun goes into Capricorn, which is winter. So we live in interesting times, like the curse, you know, may you live in interesting times. They don't get, I don't want them to get any more interesting than they are now.
But you know they will.
But and now we've gone from the macro to the micro. I think we should do everybody's questions, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Lauren, we're ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
That's what he usually means when he says we're ready.
Really? That's what he means? I can't believe it.
I speak fluent Jeffrey.
Thank you.
I'm so glad. Melinda is first. Let's see. We're looking on our screens. Where did we lose her? You got her? All right. Okay. Melinda's question for you is, I'm sorry, I read them off my phone so I don't mess it up. Let's see. Of course, not working right now. I'll go back to the chat. It'll be easier. Hold on. Okay,
Linda, maybe you're going to have to ask that question.
Sure. I can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Here it is. Melinda's question is, what general warning would my spirit guides like me to heed for the next 6 months?
That sounds like a Gina question right off the bat.
Whoa.
One more time. I'm not seeing the question.
Okay,
Oh,
so
do you
here,
want
I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
What general warning would my spirit guides like me to heed for the next 6 months?
For the next 6 months. Well, first of all, working with spirit guides, I think is a personal experience, right? So I can ask sort of to communicate with the highest guidance in that and says it's going to come from your spirit guides, but I don't have a handshake with your spirit guides. That's a personal interaction, right? Let's see what the wisdom of tarot, which is I'm going to use my Tarot of the Moors deck to pull a card to look at the topic at hand.
See that? You're a natural. That's what we do here. But show us the card so we can see what your deck looks like.
Okay, I will be showing that card. So from Melinda.
And Melinda.
So is it?
Oh, that's good.
I don't know if you can see it.
It's a little high up. That's
this
good.
is the 4 of discs, right, in my deck. So this is Tarot of the Moors. And so what this offers for you is that you need to sit, right? It's a sitting card. It's that pentacle or disc energy, right? And this is about understanding about self-awareness, self-protection, protecting also and not being too open, and watch energies that come in. And the things that come into you may not be your own ideas or your own dreams. It may be someone else's dreams for you. So pay attention to your own resources, because this is a card of resources, right? And it talks about, there's something in here perhaps going on with thoughts or potentials around you shifting where your home is. Something around changes around your home.
Oh, that is so cool. I got a similar thing.
Okay.
Me too.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got the 6 of Swords, and to me that means coming out of difficulty and coming into better times, calmer waters. They have a tattered sail, so they've been through a lot, and we know that's true of so many of us. But the rainbow is coming, the bluebird's coming. What'd you get?
I just wanted to say, Gina, that Melinda is actually is a fashion designer, fashion illustrator like you, so that it's appropriate that you do that. Yeah.
Wow.
And she keeps Melinda. That is an issue about moving, right?
Right, and I got accomplishments, sacred space. So sacred space, it goes right with what Amy and Gina got.
Yes.
It's all about fixing up your house, making your base secure, all that stuff.
Yeah. Change around home are definitely there. So there's something in coming up too that deals with perhaps relocation, and if it's not you, it's tied to someone that you care about, and you may be assisting them with this sort of changes of home. But definitely this is also about you thinking about the future and put storage away, so that may have to do with finances as well, and reevaluating what your legacy is going to be.
Yeah.
And I'll just throw in, Melinda, because I pulled, continued from last week. I just pulled a 3-word sentence, and I'll just read it to you. Procrastination, analyze, and passion. So procrastinate and analyze your passion.
Did you get the passion card again?
Yeah. And
you always get that.
You always get that, Jeff.
Like,
it's great.
That's like the Jeffrey card. We got to pay him every time anyone gets that card, because he's Mr. Passion.
But I just found it fascinating to procrastinate. So because from your spirit guides to say procrastination, which who's going to tell you that? But it's like, wait, analyze, I get it, and then analyze passion. So there's maybe a meta message in everything that's being shared.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Melinda. Our next question is from Esther. Esther would like to know, it's her birthday coming up, so we are going to see. You asked it in such a good way, Esther, but of course now it doesn't want to show up on my, there it is. Tomorrow is my birthday. Wondering what the universe has in store for me this upcoming year.
A whole year?
Card?
A
She wants a
whole
message for the
year.
A whole year?
Oh,
You
wait,
want a word for your year?
Getting all these readings, so that should take up, a year's worth of.
Yes, it should.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, beautiful girl.
Yes, absolutely. So let me do a shuffle and grab a card.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have the best guests or what?
Yes.
I
So
agree.
generous.
Absolutely.
And Michelle was one of them.
Michelle's awesome. Whoa, what's going on with this today? Okay,
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, this is hopefully you
Oops.
see this. This is my everyday deck, so it's very very warm. So the Emir of Dis, right? So in my deck, the Emirs are the knights. So translation as Knight of Pentacles, and this talks about things moving not as fast, or someone moving not as fast as you would like them to.
Hey, that's my
so-
whole life. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
so okay, so this is like kind of pulling teeth to get anything done, any level of commitment. But however, think about this: slow and steady wins the race. This is also about an investment in yourself and your energy and your physical wellness as well. Okay. And so if not for you, again, someone that you care about, this is about beefing up the physical well-being of yourself, right? This also says that, there's long-term, for the year you'll be looking at too, what's the long-term return on investment? And so I like when this card shows up because it solidifies that you will plant your feet down in your area of career choice and how you earn, right? So that's going to be a focus, I feel, for you. And so the long-term payoff you'll be looking at for the year of how to, and I'd say it's probably taking you from, we're in December, January, this journey starts. And by the next year, this time, you should have absolutely a solid footing on what you want the rest of your life, at least for the next 10 years out, should be planned out, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot, Gina.
I thought 1 year was a long time.
I like
Wow.
one card readings, and you pack it in there.
Wow.
Oh yeah. that's for flexing that muscle as a party event reader. And so typically I have about 30 seconds, and I'll lay out 10 cards and go through them because you have a line of people waiting. So I that's just that muscle, muscle that like being able to say a whole lot and cover a whole lot in a short period of time.
That's wonderful.
Awesome.
I got the Queen of Roses from our Enchanted Love Tarot, and she's
That
the
feels
lead.
much better. Go ahead.
That was good what Gina gave you.
She did. It was good.
This is from our Enchanted Love Tarot, which Gina's partner published for us. We love working with Chris. Chris always makes me laugh. He's so
Does
funny.
he now?
He makes me-
So that's
You just packed the whole reading right into that one.
Whoa.
And he had the Queen of Roses, Esther, because I know you're double Sag, right?
Yeah, Sag Sun, Sag Moon, Aquarius rising.
I think you're going to tap into that more and more, and just kind of be active, making what you want to have happen, and taking Gina's into consideration, because we know making things happen is not so easy these days. But we do, we keep pushing, and we keep doing what we have to do.
And what 2 cards did you get besides passion on this one, Jeffrey?
Well, actually, the first card I pulled was enchantment.
Cool.
Oh, that's nice.
That's my card.
Followed
That's
by followed by resurrection and originality, which put it together, and it's something old comes back in. So I would say over the next year, something that used to be comes back into your life.
That's so interesting because I got limits, and it has the words as protective reactions to past events.
There
So
you
this
go.
is also talking about the past, and this is the art for
Oh,
that
wow.
card.
It's so this is a whole portrait of your year from all of us, all the ingredients of your year.
I'm not understanding the past part, but
Well,
Oh, you will.
Oh, you
It
will.
doesn't always make sense when you have psychic amnesia when you hear your
I
reading.
say I say that word too, Amy. I say, oh, you got psychic amnesia, or you tell a person the whole reading just like I did, and it's like.
Just make a bookmark in your mind about this reading today, because this will all make sense to you as the year unfolds.
Okay.
Once did a reading for someone, and I did a reading for someone else, and I kept saying, and Robert, I hear Robert psychically. Guy goes, I don't know any Robert. Then he called me up later that night and said, well, my father's name was Bob. I was like, that must be it, right?
That must be it. All right. That's the happy birthday in advance.
Thank
Yes,
you.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Our next question is from Irina. I hope I got your name right, Irina.
Yes.
We are thinking about moving to a different state. Do you see this happening for us soon?
What's
the psychic? I heard yes.
Is it like 3 months, 6 months?
I said,
yeah.
What'd you say, Gina?
I'll confirm what's happening here, but that's kind of where I was leaning. But let's see. Let's see what Ye Old Tarot deck has in store for that particular question.
The one I got has the word move in it.
Oh yeah.
I pulled the water wheel. The water wheel in my deck is the Wheel of Fortune. It says progress, moving right along, and so to me, I would say
you just locked up.
You just locked up.
I have to say that the water wheel for the Wheel of Fortune is genius.
Is it?
Well, because it has to do with energy. Water wheels were used to power the mill, and that's pretty amazing.
I got the 9 of Pentacles, which is a yes, because that's abundance, and it might be a place where you have a garden, and it's a beautiful answer. And Gina, I wonder, because I'm not so familiar with your deck, but maybe it's by water. Could it be something near water because it's the water wheel?
And forgive us for prattling on. It's just that your video locked up, so we decided that we had to save the day.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes, Gina.
Oh my! It's this Pennsylvania internet. That's what it is. Yeah, because I lost you for a split second. But yeah, it could possibly be water related, and where I would maybe I don't know about that, but what this talks about is think about it's almost like you kind of have to move your life along. It's time to progress. Especially stop, progress, move. Yes. And it'll be a really fortunate move for you, I think, too, meaning that it's a good move to do that.
Yes.
And thank you for a new definition for the Wheel of Fortune. That's really, that blew my mind.
I like that. Yeah.
That was nice. And I had said yes immediately when you asked the question, Irina, and I'll just tell you the 3-word sentence from me to you is play, push, and change.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Thank you. Okay.
I like this 3
That was I'm doing this.
I love that.
I love that too. See, this is what's great, is we know that everybody here who comes to ask a question is an oracle too. So it's like oracles helping oracles.
Yes.
Well, lots of people
or getting gang raped.
Ooh.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Hey, as long as people are asking questions they're ready to receive the answers for, we're fine.
Oh, well, there goes half of them.
Lots of times people know in their gut, but this is a confirmation when they hear it. And I love the way our readings all tie in together as a group.
Yes.
Yeah, because I got, as I said, curiosity, be spontaneous, wonder, which I almost read as wander, move forward, look ahead, and stretch above your present circumstances.
This is from our creativity oracle, which
love that.
Gina's partner also published.
You can't stop that man.
I know. It's probably on you to get stuff done, as is me, but yeah.
All right.
I'm
ready for our next question.
So I'll just stop talking now.
Yes,
You're so funny. You're funny too.
This question is from Jewel.
Hi, Jewel.
Oh, hi, Jewel.
I
don't know Jewel.
I do, Christian. Jewel takes the she's a hellified astrologer.
She has the best name, right? Jewel. Hi.
She does, and the best hats.
Jewel would like to know, Oh, what insights you have for her regarding the expansion of her business.
Cool.
Okay.
Hi, Jewel.
Hi.
All right, expansion of business. If you guys are ready ahead of me, you can start, but.
Well, Jeffrey is a business expert. He has started more companies than I have hairs on my head, and I'm sort of bald, but he's still started a lot of companies.
Yes.
I didn't want to sit in the dead space if somebody was ready to go. That's all.
No, I mean, I could answer the question without pulling. It's just really a matter of, was there a specific question you had, or just a more general question, Joel?
General at this point. I've been making a few changes I'm really excited about, and I just wanted some additional.
I mean, the best thing I could tell you is to be prepared for your success.
Oh, that's good.
And not be overwhelmed by it, and at the same time allow yourself to grow into where you want to go. And so sometimes you can become your own obstacle in your way, and so you have to unblock yourself to allow what's going to happen to be.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Six of Swords is what I drew for you, Jill. And this talks about, not looking at the past mistakes, not looking at the bumps, and not listening to old voices of saying no, negativity, no, can't, won't, I should do this. Get rid of all of that. And it says it's really, you're going to have to move forward and step into the business person that you want to be, in spite of. You have to keep going one foot in front of the other. And this also talks about it says coming out of like rough stuff, and maybe you have to move into being a business person because what you've been doing hasn't been working for you, and you probably recognize that. And so this talks about taking that journey and treading whatever waters. If it's rough, success is never easy, but persistence is what gets you to the success, right? And so it also says, I don't know if you have, right now nobody's traveling, but this talks to me about being around water, going to an area where there may be a large body of water or crossing over a large body of water. And if not, spend some time, even if it's in a spa or bathtub, to kind of help your thought process. And connectivity to water in some sort is going to be important for you, especially between, I'd say, 6 months out to next year, May, June, July.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I got this ties into what you just said. I got the sacrifice card as the first card, and then I got the chariot. So the sacrifice card means you put a lot into what you're doing, and you have to replenish yourself and take care of yourself. And I always do baths for that also. Put special oils, anything to replenish yourself, because you've given a lot, you've sacrificed a lot for your business so far. But the chariot is the second card, and that's really taking the reins, being revitalized, getting in the race, getting in the marketplace. And that's the card you want to see when you're talking about taking something to the next level.
Yeah, and it also relates to the sacrifices everybody has to make to,
yes,
because like people say, well, how have you done 50 books? I say, remember that time you asked me to go to that place? I said, no, that's how I did 50 books.
And also this time we're in, we've had to kind of rearrange and reorient ourselves to how we're going to market something, or how we're going to connect and let people know about what we do. So that's also, we've sacrificed a lot of what we normally do in order so we can come up with new ways to do it.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ask the high-powered oracles that never shut up and blast you like more than you ever wanted to be blasted.
I want a reading.
I'll give you one later.
Uh-oh. Okay, this question comes from Bernie. I was also born on a Monday, and next Monday is my birthday.
Oh.
What change will this represent in my life based on the celestial events and it being the shortest day of the year?
Oh,
whoa, there is an awesome event on your birthday.
As I said before, the planets Jupiter and Saturn are coming together on the very first degree of the sign Aquarius on your birthday. And do you know your chart at all?
No, all I know was born in Whitehorse. It was cold and dark.
Okay, and you wanted to be near your mother. I know that one.
Yeah, go figure, eh?
Yeah, and so do you know what, if you were born near sunrise, that would make everything easy. But
probably around 3 in the morning. All I know is nighttime.
okay, 3 in the morning puts the sun into your fifth house, which is very creative. So you'll probably have a new creative taking a chance experience, because the fifth house of an astrology chart is all about things done for their own sake, where you give it a chance, like having a child, gambling, investing. But Jupiter and Saturn together is fortunate structure, expansion of structure. And that's all I'm going to say, because I see the tarot readers are ready to come blasting out.
Oh, really? I actually did 2 cards just because I had time. I've got the 6 of discs, and I also drew the strength card. And so what came to me was about with the 6 of discs. To me, that talks about, you have to watch out how you put, or be cautious, or think about how much you're putting out of yourself. That is your own energy and your own resources. And so this is your year will be about learning how to take into account balances of what you want out and in, and not having your energies or your resources. You don't want that to take anybody to take advantage of that. And also it says, be careful, or think about if you want to help someone, assist someone, it may be just a gift versus thinking it's a loan, because you're not going to get it back, or you will get it back really very slowly, pieces and parts. The strength card is about your confidence level, and it says don't let anybody shake your confidence level, right? You are very much stronger than you think you are, right? And so whatever is handed to you, challenges that are handed to you over the next year, you've got it. So tell yourself you've got this, and don't let your confidence be destroyed or shaken. Just understand that you are when you're dealing with an issue, you have to sometimes step back. My mother always said, if you have your hands in the lion's mouth, right? Caution. And sometimes it's like, you don't have to be the winner. You just have to know to ease out of it in a way that preserves you.
Okay, good to know. That, and don't stick my hand in the lion's mouth.
Yeah, Jupiter, Saturn in your fifth could be a fortunate investment.
I get the Emperor, which is power. So I think you're going to step even more into your own power. Mm-hmm. Maybe you've been a king, but now you're going to be an emperor for your birthday year.
The capo de tutti capi.
He's kind of detached and unemotional. So
okay,
something to keep in mind when you're taking your hand out of the lion's mouth.
Have a point of presence.
Right, and invest long term, because Gina's probably right, and you're not going to get the money back right away. But it's a good time to do the investment.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
No capital gains tax for you.
Oh dear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
A happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah,
Our next, you should come next week when it is your birthday. It'll be great.
Right.
The next one is for Shem. The question we have is, my birth date is March 30th, 1972. What does 2021 have in store for me in all areas of life?
I don't.
That's a big question. That's one. I don't know if we can answer all that in one little.
One of those questions you go, so what do you really want to know?
Yeah.
So where are you, Shem? If you say hello, the oracles can see you, because you got to.
Hi.
Break it down.
It's a little bit of a big question. Can we shorten it a little?
No. Yeah, what I do.
Yes,
Can we restrict it to one lifetime, please?
No. Yeah. I approach that because when people sit down at parties, they want to know, what's my future, what's everything. And so I'm like, okay, let's take it down to what is the most important thing that you need to know about the thing that you're asking. So we sum it up, right? We don't try to piece in parts. And so this is why one card readings are really great for this kind of thing, because you're asking something. And so I'll just ask the cards, what do you need to know? What are you asking about? And so
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
The love
Ooh, did
card.
we all pull them
Whoa.
out at the same time?
What'd you get?
I got the Sultan.
Oh, cool.
Who's he?
I love the art in your deck.
Thank you. The Sultan is the emperor in my deck.
Oh, see?
Oh.
See, we get those messages where the cards keep coming up in different
Yeah,
ways
interesting.
again.
Oh yeah, and that happens in the collective, right? So what this talks about is restructuring, reorganization, and looking at who is an authority figure in your life. The Sultan is a father issue card. So it says, you know, for over your life, you may be looking at validation from male authority. So you have to examine that in your life. It also talks about looking into bigger things. This is about big government, big organizations, thinking bigger and outside of yourself. So I would say for you, it's going to be focusing on what is the authority in your life and what that represents and what kind of validation are you looking for. And so look for some restructuring. I don't know if this relates to family, restructuring, something going on there, or in your career or business, but typically this leads to bigger organizations, so business.
Thank you. It's just like I'm a stay-at-home mom,
Mm-hmm.
and now kids are growing up, so I'm just lost.
So that comes with that, what I would say aligns with the restructuring of your life. What do you want to do next, right? What validates you? What do you want to get into? So if you're done, that means with children, you're ready for a new phase, right? Once you get your, you know, women, we put our lives on hold when we're mothering, right? So what is the next thing? You got to start thinking about, how does your life need to look? This is sometimes what I recommend is look at your 1 year goal, write those out, right? 1 year goals. What do I see myself? What do I want to do? And if you don't know, that's fine. Journal it out, right? And think of the things that used to be your dreams, right? Then look at 3 year goals out. So what would you like your life to look like? You know, it doesn't have to be what you're doing. What would you like your life to look like? So I do 1, 3, 5 years out and just write those journals to give you kind of a place to start and how you want to structure your life and what you want it to look like.
Does healing look like a good job for me?
It's another question.
Healing?
Oh, you only get one question.
I got the Ace of Hearts, so it's whatever you really, really love.
Yeah.
I was just,
I love
Shem,
you
I was
guys.
just going to amplify what Gina said, because the first card I pulled was overwhelmed, followed by direction, switch gears, reboot, and try a new and different direction, followed by the message contest, which is be yourself fully, and you are without compare a true winner of the only contest that matters.
And Lauren was showing us that there's a lot of questions.
Oh, we
all right,
have to go to the lightning round.
Lightning rounds now.
Lightning round.
All right, so maybe one person will take it and we'll run with it. All right, well, we got to, yeah.
Well, it's not that I want you to be fast, because I love when you take your time, but there's so many wonderful questions. I want to make sure we get it.
We try and answer all of them. So we'll
I
be
know,
short.
we're gonna work on it.
Let's, how much time do we have left, guys?
We have at least, let's say a half hour, 40 minutes.
And how many
All
questions
right.
about? 20?
Because
1,
I
2,
can
3,
go
4, 5, 6,
into-
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, we'll be.
Number 16 just
We
came
can
in.
do
I don't
it.
know if we'll
All
get
right,
to it.
1
So
minute per, just quick.
let's get through
Can't
this.
take anymore.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one's from my friend Andrea. Question: will the music studio I work with be on lockdown?
Yes.
Uh-oh, where are you, Andrea? Did you hear that?
I'm right here. I know we
Okay.
have lightning round. It seems every time I go on, it's
Oh,
lightning
don't be
round on.
ridiculous. Come on.
Well, it's a yes or no question.
So it's yes or no. Yes, it's going to be on lockdown.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
so
like-
too.
But by the way, it doesn't
But
mean that
it's-
they won't do recordings there. It just means it will be on lockdown.
Right.
I would love a card booked by our special guest here.
Say
Well,
again.
there you go, Gina. What do you say?
I would love to see the card Gina pulls for me.
I pulled the star. And to me, this means that it leans to a yes being on lockdown. But I'd say it's probably a 95% chance that it's a yes. But there's that hope of maybe it won't be, or something good may come out of the fact that the delay is a blessing in disguise.
Exactly.
I like that interpretation.
I like that.
See, that was a good answer.
That's a good
Yes,
answer.
and a complete
Thank you,
one.
Gina. Any
You're very
cards from
welcome.
Jeff or any cards from Amy or Jeff or Monty?
We're trying to run with it's a one. It's you're asking a yes or no question.
Oh, no,
So-
okay.
You got the star. You got the star.
Yeah, take that one to the bank.
All right, I will. Listen, you don't look 70, Monty. I'll let you go to the next question. Thank you very much.
No, you can talk all day if you're
He
going to
was
say that.
He was fishing.
Yep, I had the hook, line, and sinker all the way out there.
All right, Laura.
All right, our next question is from
please.
Tracy. Tracy, your question.
Hello there.
Hi
Hello.
there. Your question is lost in this
Where's
list.
Trace?
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm coming to it. It's got to be here
Hi,
really
Trace.
close. If not Tracy, let's see. There it is. How can I best use the solstice? Is that right?
Solstice, yeah.
Saturn Jupiter conjunction to maximize my spiritual growth.
Well, depending on which house of your chart it's in, that would be the way to do it. If it falls, do you know your chart at all?
Not really. I'm Gemini.
Okay, so Gemini, it's trying to it. So it would mean that if you want to, there would be time to do something that you would define as structure and something that you might have always wanted to do but have resisted doing. It would be time to do it.
What'd you get, Gina?
I've got the Princess of Cups, and cups relate to spirituality. What drives you, what has meaning. So what you want to do, you don't want to get into anything that doesn't offer some sort of deep meaning, right? You want to present yourself as being represented about what things mean to you, right? What touches your heart and soul. The princess, when they show up, it's about starting something new, right? They're just like aces in a sense. So this says to deepen that understanding. Perhaps you may want to get into where your spiritual studies, whatever you get into, really would help society or people dealing with their own emotional stuff. And so maybe looking into that. And so you've got to also heal yourself in order to help others to heal, if that makes sense. That's the message I'm
And
getting.
Tracy, I would just join in and just say that you need to allow yourself to do what it is, to hear your own voice, to amplify what you hear that you don't always amplify, that you're I won't say suppress, but now is a chance for you to come through yourself and to follow that.
Perfect. Very nice. Thank you.
All right.
I just want to say I got the Ace of Pentacles.
Ooh.
And
Wow.
the configuration on the solstice astrologically, they say it's like the Christmas star. So when I saw that image on the card for what you're asking, I think to really make sort of a wreath or some sort of altar, for your intention that kind of has the feeling of the Yule, the feeling of the star, the feeling of abundance, and to plant those intentions very visually.
Perfect. I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's a good money card, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Money
All
card.
right. We're ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Rita, where's our Rita? Rita, her birthday is January 20th, and she'll be 89.
Where's Rita?
Where's Rita? She's amazing.
She is.
Here I
Where's
am.
Rita? There you
Hi,
are.
Rita.
Hi, Rita.
89. I
Rita
can't
wants to
believe it.
know, is there a surprise coming for her?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. You don't got to be psychic
Oh my
to know
God,
that
I
one.
got the same card and I shuffled.
Oh,
I got the
my
Ace
God.
of Pentacles.
Yeah, I love when
Wow.
it starts to,
And the meaning is reward. That card is, you're going to get rewarded, and you should. And
That's amazing. And as I said before, it's a good money card.
that's
Wow.
a prize, right?
Yeah. What'd you get?
yeah, the Sybil. So in my deck, the Sybil is the High Priestess.
Love it.
Wow.
And that says, yes, something is being, a surprise is coming away, because for me, the High Priestess is about hidden and secrets, right? So it will be revealed to you, right? And I think this is also about, you may even know what it is by your power of observation and paying attention to your own intuition.
It's a good one, Rita. Happy
I'm
birthday.
happy. What does
Fellow-
Jeff have to say?
Fellow Aquarian.
What does Jeff have to say?
What do I have to say? Well, I got, I had a yes without it pulling anything.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I pulled 3 cards, and this is the answer, the order that came in: recharge, wish granted, and distractions. So maybe you're going to be distracted from whatever wish that came through, but that's like, it seems like pretty good to me. So
I don't
whatever
want
it
to
is.
say anything, but Aquarians can get distracted.
She's only been married to one for 45 years.
Oh wow.
So
What did they
recharge,
just
wish
throw?
grant. I like the wish granted part. So
Wish
I
granted, the
love,
best.
yeah.
yeah.
And getting a wish granted nowadays would be quite the distraction from, lockdown city.
Right,
Yes.
which may tie into why you have to stick into the being observant mode.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Yes,
you don't
receiving. Yes.
distract.
Thank you.
Overall, a good thing.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Kisses.
Kisses.
And hugs.
Besos.
Next is, I'm not sure if I have your name right. Is it Lacey or
Yeah.
Lacey? Okay.
Yeah.
Lacey.
Yes.
Yes. My
Yes.
Saturn return ends
Hi.
on the 17th. Will there be a positive shift for me?
Hello, Lacey. Good to see you.
Hey, and of course, it's so good to see you, and your deck is stunning.
It really is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I have a very unstable connection with my internet, so hopefully
mine may be, but I can hear you very clearly. Hopefully the voice is working. But as I shuffled, a card fell on the floor, so we know what that means in all like oracular stuff. I must get it.
Yes.
Yes, guys, whenever a card falls, that's the card you need to hear.
Yeah, I don't know if Melinda's still on, but I had 2 cards fall when she asked, and I've never had that happen.
So the card is the 7 of discs, right? So this is a
my
7 of pentacles. And it talks about, patience. This is people, this is about return on investment too, but it's like, you've got to wait, right? And in that time, just don't start that one thing, start growing other things. That's kind of what that branch that's kind of like weirdly growing out over the head. It's like, don't just wait for that one big payoff, start other things too. Being very focused on growth, but it's like, yes, the thing that you want comes to you. And it's like, and I feel a lot, it's like you've been kind of setting back, waiting for the right time, the right moment for this thing to show up. And it does. Right. So it's like, keep looking to the future and developing more and more and more. It's growth there for you, Lacey. So the return on the investment is coming.
I got the
this is my birth card, the deacon of when I was born, is 7 of Pentacles.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
So that's interesting for a second turn.
And the last 3 years has been one long 2020 for me. It's just been one thing after the other.
It's a new description.
I mean, I've had my ribs broken. I've had, I just had cataract surgery. I've had the ceiling fall on me while I'm taking a shower.
Yeah, so like,
I've severed,
like
nerves. I burnt myself lighting my Hanukkah candles. I'm sorry, what?
I got the King of Hearts, and that's from our Enchanted Tarot. He's all about compassion. So I think your message is to be more compassionate with yourself and what you've been through. It's opened your heart going through all that you've been through for other people. Have compassion for people that maybe don't think the way you do. I mean, that's a challenge for all of us now. And so you're going to have to lead the way with that, Lacey, because you got the King of Hearts.
And also the second Saturn return, after that happens, it's the time in traditional Hindu society where you'd quit your job and get a staff and a begging bowl and go around teaching and telling people what you know. So it's a time to share what you know.
I haven't worked all year, really. So.
Feels like you're doing a lot of stuff, but getting very little out of what you're doing. And that's what it is. It's like, I keep waiting for something to change. And sometimes I would say there's Saturn in the 7 of disc anyway. So Saturn is a son of a gun. It's impossible to get anything done because it's so restrictive, right? So sometimes it's like, don't beat your head against the same thing and say, this is not happening. find something, even if it means partnering with someone else to make things happen for you. And don't be afraid to do that.
What'd you get, Jeff?
3 words: contest. Be yourself fully. You are without compare a true winner of the only contest that matters. Confidence. Know and feel this affirmation. I am beyond a doubt. I am all that I need. I am all that I need to get what I want. And the last one: actualization. You will achieve your full potential by virtue of your creativity and your honest pursuit of the truth. So there. So,
That'll
but you'll
teach you.
get there. I like that because it's, and I know we're cramped for time, but I do think that you can get unstuck, and maybe it's a slight shift of what you were doing will get you to really want to get where you get to, but you need to have a conversation with yourself about it.
But the Saturn return, there's not been a person alive who doesn't feel stuck when they're having the Saturn return.
Yeah,
and that includes the richest people in the world, the most successful people in the world. That's the part of your life when you feel stuck.
You feel like if you've been able to fly previously, you feel like your wings are clipped, but there's a reason for that to help us look more closely and be still and really ponder what we need to ponder.
That's why I think if you shift yourself a little bit, you'll get a lot out of it. It'll be a very leveraged shift.
Yeah.
But
All
anyway.
right.
Sorry, Lauren.
No, it's okay. I just feel bad because there's so many people who want to hear from you.
Wow.
So here we go. This question is from Marcy. Guess what? Her birthday's tomorrow too.
We got all the birthday kids.
Wow.
If you could pull a card for her year ahead.
It's so fun that there's so many. Oh, you Sages.
Birthday. Okay. See what I get here.
Ooh.
Truth.
The truth card. This is Hypatia. If you don't know about who Hypatia was.
I love Hypatia.
Oh my God. She was one of the coolest people that ever walked this planet.
She was a real person.
Here's what's funny. You've got that, and I've got the Princess of Swords. So in terms of Hypatia, when I started, really smart, right? Really independent in her thinking.
One of the greatest mathematicians to ever live.
Innovative. And this talks about training, learning, and becoming the student. Even if you think you know something, it says you need to, this is about learning new things. The Princess of Swords is she will love scholarly pursuits, right? Research is very important, but learning and training is what this year should be about.
And I got the Prince of Swords, which is, sort of ties in very closely with that. And that's speaking your mind. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. It's a very intellectual card. So it ties into learning and researching also. So I hope that all makes sense for you, Marcy.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Jeff?
Thanks.
I don't make sense of these words, but I'll just read them to you for whatever it means. First one was sacred space, procrastination, again, I don't know, and time. So you can interpret it better than I can, because I
wrote the words and I can't figure it out. So,
but it's an odd combination of words, but in context, they probably make sense.
Well, procrastination to me always kind of indicates perfectionism, because we hold ourselves up. So we might as well not do it because, we can't do it perfectly the way we think it should be done.
Or another way that I look at that too is that, you keep studying, you keep taking classes, you keep learning. All you're doing is really hiding out from what you already know you want to do. And the procrastination is just another way of hiding.
Good one.
Good one.
Thank you, Gina.
Move on forward. Time to get going.
Thank you, Gina.
God, I love this show.
Thank you.
Right. That's great. Okay, our next question is from Joyce. Joyce is sending everybody some love. I'm going to read just the bottom.
Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you, Joyce.
Joyce says, thank you. And she would like you to pull some cards for the greater good and her highest self.
Okay.
She feels something.
All right.
So she's a little nervous.
Well, it's the eclipse. Everybody feels nervous and irritable.
I got such an interesting combination. I got the Three of Swords, which is sadness. And then I got the Eight of Wands, which is arrows of love. So I think maybe there are people around you that need your love, that have been going through a hard time. And also I think you pick up on the collective sadness, and pain that is definitely all around us. But I think you can communicate that with with this card of communicate love to people that need it, and also, make sure that you're hearing that message also.
I got the 5 of Swords.
Great
And
card.
this is a Lord of Defeat. And so what this addresses is, having an attitude of like, oh, I'm not winning, or we're not winning. And it's not necessarily the case. This is also about choosing your battles very wisely. This is the attitude we're focused on it right now, especially in our country, is that something was taken away, something was stolen, and it's causing us, because remember, swords are cards of the mental state, right? It's causing a lot of us to second guess ourselves and second guess reality. And so we've got to get out of that headspace and start looking at how we can control our thoughts, because thoughts are very real energy. And I don't want to get too long, but this is about shifting the attitude and shifting perceptions, and not thinking of it as, oh my gosh, I've lost and I'm defeated, but how to say sometimes you just have to pick the battle accordingly, right? If that makes sense, hopefully.
Lauren, should we just do one person so we can get through to everybody? Because that was a really good answer.
Thank you, Gina. That's great.
Those are great answers, and it's you guys have to decide. I'll just read you the questions.
How many are there? Like 10 more?
And maybe
6, 7, 8.
Just take turns. Okay.
It's like 10 or 11 more, so we're trying.
Hey, I'm lazy. I'm more than willing to let Gina do them all.
You're very funny. Very funny. Mr. Psychic, we might need you. Don't go away. Ron and Jacqueline are next. Would you please pull a card or cards to give us some general guidance on what to expect over the next 2 months?
All right. Hi, Ron and Jacqueline. So rock and roll.
Hangman.
Amy got the hangman, which means
don't do anything.
Hang in there.
Yeah, eight of Swords. It's like you're gonna be fumbling through it, feeling like you're just kind of, this is about hesitation too. And I also say this is delay, and just sit and do nothing. The delay again is going to be worth it. And so there's not really anything you can do, especially for this is the next 8 weeks. So that is your 2 months of just kind of, you kind of feel like this is, again, it's control. You kind of feel like you may want to control something, but you don't need to, right? So this is just a feeling trapped, mentally trapped, right? Like, what do we do? Don't have a plan. Have a plan is all you can do, and not necessarily have a loose plan, I'd say.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Who gets the next one? Jeffrey, you want to take the next one?
I'll take the next one.
Okay. The next one is from Robin. Do you see me pursuing and having success in creating a potential project for HBO or other like stations?
And the rest of us.
You gotta unmute so we can see you. Uh-oh. She might be frozen.
She's frozen.
Okay. So Robin, are you there?
Robin, are you there?
I got this great idea. So what we'll do is one person will answer and the rest will just hold up the cards they pulled.
Oh,
yeah,
that would be
good idea.
Right.
Okay. We'll come back to Robin when her video is better.
All right.
Okay. Well, Robin, I got Mars, so fight for it. Do it.
All right. Next up is Lisa.
She got the star.
Wow.
The star.
And you're asking about HBO, so that's cool.
Yeah, that would be great. Lisa Richards would like to know, can you tell me what is going on more long term with my job and opportunities for advancement?
Okay.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're good. I got the victory card. So that's advancement. That's winning. That's a winning card.
4 of Wands.
It means victory. It means you win. All right, Jeffrey, you're next because Amy used up her turn.
Okay. Our next question comes from Aaron. Do you see my finances improving soon? It's been a rough year.
Soon is what's the time frame for soon?
Okay, it says, do you see my finances improving soon? It's been a rough year. I started a business just before COVID and it hasn't taken off like I liked. Though I understand.
I mean,
new money coming in.
All right. Hey,
You
Gina.
got to make
you
it through
jumped
the
it.
winter, right?
Good.
Not
Go for
quick,
it.
but
Is that the ace? Is that the Ace of Pentacles?
This is the Ace of Discs. Yes.
Cool.
Nice.
I like that.
Thank you,
You want
guys.
that card?
I got visualize.
Fabulous.
You
Do
see
more
yourself with it.
visualization. You might as well.
When we
Okay.
develop our ability to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence on our experience of reality. And money don't hurt either.
Yeah, money does not hurt. That's good.
Hey, Roger.
Roger.
We love when Roger makes an appearance.
This is true, because if he's there, that means Loki and Thor are somewhere right next to him.
All right, what we got next? Here's
what's
what I
next?
do.
Next
When
is
I work
Phoebe.
events, I don't work the questions. I just, the person shows up and I just fire off there.
All right.
Right.
All right.
Questions are for amateurs.
Phoebe says, I would love some guidance on my writing career, signs to look out for, warnings, as I'm about to hand in a manuscript on December 21st. That has been a 7-year journey. Eager
Phoebe, is that you?
Phoebe.
Phoebe. Oh my God, we finally meet.
Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. That's you.
Wow.
Wow.
And Gina got the star, which is awesome.
That
All right.
star keeps coming up. That's the Christmas star.
Amazing.
That's So
Is that the manuscript you won the contest with?
Is that Nancy's?
I didn't win a contest. I received a lot of grants and awards though.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
It's a brilliant work and will be seen thus as. So good job.
Yeah,
That's right.
And she's an amazing musician too.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're a star in the making, hon. So keep going.
Well said. All right.
I got chills, so that's good.
Cool.
That'll be wonderful. Yay.
All right.
Lauren, I
Next
can't hear
victim,
you.
please.
You can't hear me. Oh,
Now I
no.
can.
Okay, the next person is Nancy. Nancy Dunham, in case there's two Nancys.
Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
What is
Melinda's sister.
Hi, sis.
Hi.
Monty's sister hates it when we call her Monty's sister.
Yes, so sorry.
What is the main obstacle I need to overcome?
Good one.
Asking questions.
muted,
No, only
Lauren.
kidding. Only
Lauren,
I got the
Nancy's muted.
indecision. Indecision is the obstacle. I'm sure that makes sense.
I got the star again.
Oh,
Jesus.
Again.
There's
Wow.
a message for all of us.
Right. This is
Wow.
about hiding out and not, the star only has a certain light. The starlight isn't like the sunlight, right? And it's like it's like stop minimizing your light. Stop.
I couldn't hear any of that and I couldn't unmute. So please, what was that? Don't minimize.
Don't minimize your light.
your own light and potential and quit. It's like you're wonderful behind the scenes, but it's also time to step out in front of, in the spotlight. So this is kind of like the spotlight energy, but stars start off very, very subtle. They're not necessarily suns. So you got to work yourself up to being that sun.
Thank you. Very
Okay.
much.
And Amy got indecision, so work on that. Though you don't strike me as an indecisive person. But can you decide on whether you're indecisive or not?
Oh.
Jeff, what did you want to say before?
I was going to say that Nancy was muted, but it's okay. You unmuted her, so it's all
We
good. Anyway,
did. We tried.
Next
and sometimes
question.
when you get asked to be unmuted, you don't see it right away. So
No, I saw it.
okay. But you didn't want to push. This question is from is it Jeannie or
Janine?
Oh, Janine. Hi, Janine. Thanks for joining us.
What vibe insight do you have for me in regard to my creative business?
Gina's going to use that deck of the star cards that she has over there.
Yeah, just keep going with the star.
just keep on going with the stars.
Okay, so here's a shift. I've got the 10 of Swords, right? The 10 of Swords is about personal sacrifice, and look at where you're wasting your time and where energy is leaking from, and you need to plug that leak. So if something's wasting your time, a person's wasting your time, cut the ties, let it go, let it die.
And then follow that up, I have nurture, change, and details.
Wow. I got reflection.
And that, yeah.
Time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past stumbling blocks to take the right actions.
And I got the moon card. So that reflects that kind of emotional moodiness, change. Jeff got change. Monty got reflection. It's all moon stuff. You're feeling, you can't see through the darkness. You know, the moon is sort of having faith in the unknown, and you'd like more clarity. But I think right now, to really get in touch with your true feelings and emotions about what you're doing and reflect on that.
Okay. That's good. Thank you.
You're
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Lauren, can't hear you.
Next question is from Hope. And let me just, I gotta just get up to it. Sorry, Hope. There's so many beautiful questions in here and it all getting all stuck together. Hope, you know what? I know that you're feeling stuck. I don't know if we have, here it is. I feel very stuck in regards to finding a place to live and finding a job and getting my fitness back on track. How do I get unstuck?
I don't see.
Hi, Hope.
Oh, there she is.
Hope, you have to say hi so that our oracles can see you.
Right here.
Hello.
Did that help? Did she pop up to your screen?
Yes.
I think
I
so.
see Hope.
I got the Three of Pentacles, which is working with another person. So I think you'd be more motivated with all this if you sort of had a partner, a friend, to do that you're happy work with, to either work out with or to, you know, in your business to help unstuck you. Do you have like a bossy friend?
I have a couple bossy friends.
Yeah, I was gonna add, my card is the Jen, and this is definitely about control. Who controls you, who controls your attitude, and it's about breaking out. If you notice, I have like someone that has chains that they're kind of breaking away, right? So this is about facing actually the demon in the room, naming it and dealing with it. So knowing what your own weaknesses are, and addressing those. And so this is like control, being controlled, and really dealing with people that waste your time. Or again, this is coming up, and I think collectively, just to say, this is why some of these repeat cards are coming up. Knowing what your dreams are and not what other people's dreams are for you, right? So you have to understand and get to that core of what you want and not looking outside of that.
I'll just briefly say, as a sentence, start.
Yeah.
Be
Break
curious
away, break out, start.
With answering is curiosity. And then the last one was recycle, which is learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future, which I believe holds true. But it's just doing it, right? So it's the starting part of it. So to get unstuck, literally, is you have to put yourself in the mindset that you will start. Drop the word trying from your vocabulary. No longer try to do anything. You're either doing it or you're not going to do it. And
Love
understand that and own that, and then you will start and change will happen.
All right.
How we doing, Lauren?
We have we have three, possibly more, but definitely one more. So
Okay.
we're getting there.
Roll through it.
Okay. Mary is next. Mary Hess. I'm in a very complicated relationship for a man for over 40 years. Not always consecutive, but passionate and deeply significant. He's older than I am. I think it will last for the rest of his life. Any thoughts?
I'm going to ask my karma cards.
Okay.
Lauren, you ran out of
I get the High Priestess, which is yes, you know, listen to your intuition, what you just said, what you think, what you feel is true.
Well, yeah, I was going to actually add Mary, which is, I don't know how appropriate this is, but it's time to journal it and write a story and share your story. That there's a lot there that you're not talking about that is very significant and meaningful, and that there's a story to be shared associated with that journey that you're on for forever.
That's nice, Jeff.
I don't believe it ends, but I think there's a lot of learnings to be shared.
Yeah, I have the Eight of Swords, which says that there are a lot of, it's a relationship of restrictions, even in how you describe it. And so relationships of restriction become, in a sense, although we may have you may have some sort of bond, which is a trauma bond, which keeps you stuck or trapped or in this energy with this person. It seems described as a very difficult relationship. So there's some sort of trauma bond around that. And that may come from old energy that you both haven't kind of looked at, is what I'm picking up.
This is not our first time around. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Our Enchanted Love Tarot is all about love. I mean, it's specifically made to answer questions about relationships. And the Five of Shells, which would be the Five of Cups and other tarot decks, can be disappointment. So it's probably not going the way you want it to be going, which is why you're asking the question. But it sounds like it's been going that way for a while. So maybe that's the way it goes. You know, it depends on whether you want that. I mean, half a loaf rather than nothing at all. So it's up to you, really, because it's how you handle the disappointment that sounds like it's baked in the cake.
That's right. And all of this is pertinent and much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. I hope it works out for you. Or
Okay.
it sounds like it is working out. It's just
It's so long that I feel like, especially these days, you don't cut and run at this point. Not now.
It's a long time. So I guess we have to wrap it up.
Well, here's the thing. You have a question from Marty.
Okay, Marty deserves an answer.
Marty deserves an answer because she's helped so many people.
Here, let me just
Gina,
tell you
Marty is our
that I know.
resident psychologist who doesn't say she's a psychologist.
So our psychologist is here. So we got Marty. Susan is here with her fiance. So make a big wave. And they wanted to ask a question together. And
Okay.
then one person
I mean,
said,
I'm not going anywhere. It's
I'm
raining.
leaving. He's going to ask the questions. I
Yeah,
got to
you
get
said
out.
you're leaving. You're leaving now. You said.
Yes, I know, but I can't leave you. Don't you know that?
Okay.
Come
Okay,
on.
let's do
All right,
let's
go.
do Marty and then we'll do
Marty's
Susan.
question. Marty, why don't you just ask your question? Because
ask your question.
Okay, here's what I want to know. In 2021, I've already started a new venture that I know is gonna work out. It's working out now. But what I want to know is, are there going to be other ventures that I should also pursue?
I heard no psychically.
Okay.
That doesn't mean
I'm gonna draw the two of wands, and that tells me yes. And so you may have at least two that you'll focus on. And I just want to say, it doesn't matter what you pour in any of the options that are opportunities that are coming your way. Doesn't matter which road you take and which one you focus on, just as long as you don't get stuck and procrastinate.
Yeah,
Right.
and Marty, I would add that that there's going to be more opportunities coming to you than those that you're pursuing, so that your distraction comes from being wanted by others, because you can help others more than perhaps so people need you. That in addition to the work that you're pursuing, so you'll be positively distracted in that regard. So you're not without.
Thank you.
You're kind of
That's
bound to that.
interesting, Jeff, because I'm going to email you about an idea I have for a class.
Okay. Wonderful.
There you go.
See, it starts already.
And I got curiosity. So bye, Lauren. And I got, so if you're curious about something, check it out. I just don't think that you want to distract yourself.
Okay.
I mean,
Makes sense.
That's what I heard. Plus, I could be wrong. So psychically, I can be wrong. Everyone can be
Well,
wrong.
you've been
it's hard
right
never
for
wrong.
me. So.
I mean, within the question is the answer, right? So it's like, yes, there's more than one thing, but now you're going, well, what is going to be the importance? Where do I focus? What do I, and again, it's like, so sometimes having too many options can get you into procrastination or in a state of overwhelm.
Yeah.
So you just have to say, okay, I'm going on this track, because I know I do it myself. So it's like, if you're going on a certain, finish something, start something else, or you can work on things simultaneously. I agree with Jeff, you're needed. And so you're going to be busy. There's opportunities that are coming. I don't think it's just like one other thing. I think it's several projects.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
We just have one more question. We can do one more question, guys.
Yeah, because what
Susan.
Susan,
Susan, hi.
Hey, you guys, thank
the
you
hap-
so much.
the happy couple.
Oh,
Hello.
this is my fiance Daniel. I'm so
Hi,
excited.
Daniel. Pleasure to meet you.
You too. I
Hello.
appreciate all the positive things you told her about me in the past, even though she didn't, you know.
It was my pleasure.
Yes.
It's working well.
Monty,
So what's the
explain
question?
Daniel. The question is he has a subdivision with 30 lots, 5 are already sold.
No, 5 was still.
You tell her, it's your question.
Phase 1 was 30 lots. There's 5 lots left to sell. Phase
Gotcha.
2 is another 20 lots. Should we wait to do phase 2?
I heard no psychically, but let's see what. And Jeffrey is a long-term business person, so what does he think?
I would not wait either.
I got the Queen of Hearts, so
Listen to
I would listen
Susan.
to Susan.
Yeah.
Whatever Susan says.
Yeah, listen, you guys are getting married anyway, so you might as well practice. Just do it.
That's funny.
Thank you.
6 of Swords. Keep moving. Time to keep moving.
That kept coming up a few times this session too.
Yeah.
Now's not the time to stop it. You have momentum.
Right.
Yeah.
So the challenge is, right, if you stop, what it will take to restart it. So if you're in flow, if it feels intuitively to you that you're doing what you need to be doing, I would not stop that flow.
I agree. And also today things turn on a dime. So it's you really can't predict. And if today there's people interested, go for it.
Right.
Right. Or even if it seems like it doesn't move, or if there's a period of about a month you don't see any activity, don't worry about it. Keep planning for the next phase anyway, because the swords are about ideas, thoughts, strategy. Keep planning and keep so that it has to be like preparation, right? Success is preparation. So prepare yourself for when it does pick up. I wouldn't worry about it being stuck or anything like that.
Well,
hey Gina, isn't this fun?
Gina,
oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
Thank you so much. I love the way you read and what you share.
Chris was saying hello and then wanted to know if this was recorded for later.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, we missed one.
Hopefully.
Last week didn't get recorded for some reason, but normally it does.
Oh, okay.
We'll send you the link.
Absolutely.
Let me just check with Harry.
Great.
There
Well,
might have
thank
been-
you
Harry,
so
was there
very
something
much for
else?
having
Oh,
me.
you were
we
you
have
were a
one more.
wonderful guest.
Wait, Jeffrey wants to
Amy,
say something.
We have apparently Harry just tapped me on the shoulder and said there was one question left. So before we end it, we'll do a very quick answer.
Who is it?
Harry.
Cy McKay.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Simon.
Okay, I was about to leave, but thank you.
Wait, what's your question?
Oh, my question is, in 2021, I just started a health and wellness business. How is it going to, what should I concentrate to have it take off next year?
Health and wellness business is the business to be in.
I got the joy card, the 6 of Hearts. So I don't know if you can include kids somehow in what you're doing.
Okay.
But to make it fun, not too serious.
Okay.
You got my favorite card.
This is the water wheel, which in my deck is
nice.
Wheel of Fortune. So it is. I agree. There's some element. To me, I started thinking about playing in water. Something where there's a component that makes it fluid, fun. Working with families or teaching families how to take care of their health. Right.
Good idea.
So there's an aspect to making it fun and accessible that's here, and it's going to do well. You're going to do well.
And one of the. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I didn't mean to step on you.
I just was going to add the one thing that came to me was as you were talking was do the one thing within that space that you're most passionate about on the inside and bring it out and make that real. Because you'll find your success doing what you love, literally doing what you love inside of doing what you love.
Okay.
And in terms of Gina and the water card, Amy and I have been drinking distilled water. We have this giant distiller in our basement. It comes up, and water is super important to health. And water is the future. I read for people that have water companies, and water is where all the big soda companies are turning their turrets now because it's
like Nestle.
That's very true. They used to tell us that there was going to be an issue with oil back in the day, and
Right.
you guys, because I'm old too, so I can say back in the day. But it's water. That's the thing. And water, there's so many people that don't have water, right?
Yes.
Or have their waters poisoned and everything. So it really, really is very much a focus of our future.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So this is wonderful. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you come back next week where we'll celebrate the solstice together. And Gina, I learned so much from your readings. I love your style. And Gina's book is Tarot of the Moors and Tarot Coupling. And I hope you'll come back one day.
I will
and join
come
us.
back. I love hanging out with you guys. I'm so happy to be a part of this. And definitely we'll be happy to do this again. But we'll be in touch for sure. And at some point we are gonna come and see you guys.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, we've already decided, so we're gonna see how that goes. But definitely we're coming.
Well, you're
That's
very welcome
great.
anytime you want.
And you're welcome too, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
I appreciate that. We'll visit again. We'll visit again.
Nice
Hey,
to
be
meet
safe, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys have a wonderful holiday too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody.
And everybody.
Okay, thanks guys for your
Bye, everybody.
Zoom.
Zoom. Bye guys.
We did it.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Yay.
Sorry. Yay. Jeff, I'll be in touch too.
Awesome, Gina. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Sorry for the stress,
will
you guys,
take you up
but-
on doing some classes. That's
I-
that I
Love
would
to have
love
you-
to do. So now that
Love
we
to have you
know,
come do
and
some
have-
classes by us. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be in touch. Bye
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Just hit leave and all that other crap.
What's up, Lauren?
It's a long